Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the second video lecture on fundamentals of alternating current. In this, we will be seeing some numericals related to the topic. Please go through this question. In this question, we need to find the average value, RMS value, form factor and peak factor of the sine wave Vm sin omega t. So here we can see that the maximum value of this wave, that is Vm. Vm is the maximum value of the sine waveform, and in the y-axis we are plotting V of t, and in the x-axis I am plotting omega t. So whenever we get a question, first of all we have to identify the cycle. So here we can see that this is cycle 1, this is another cycle. Okay, so then we need to find the time period. So time period is the time taken for completing one cycle. So here we can see that the time period for completing one cycle, that is 2 pi. The first parameter we need to find out is the average value. We know that average value of any waveform, that is actually the area under this curve. So here we can see that the area under the curve during the interval 0 to pi, I am taking it as a positive area since all the parameters or all the values are positive. And the area under the curve during the interval pi to 2 pi, I am taking it as a negative area because all the waveform is having a negative value. So total area will be area under the positive half cycle plus area under the negative half cycle. So that is equal to 0 since the positive half cycle is symmetrical to the negative half cycle. That is, you can say that the average value for a complete cycle is 0. Hence, we can calculate the average value for a half cycle. We know that average value, that is equal to 1 by t integral 0 to t v of t dt. Since we are only calculating the average value of for a half cycle, here the time interval t will be equal to pi only for half cycle. So we can write 1 by pi integral 0 to pi v of t is Vm sin omega t. Then what about the variable of integration? Here we can see that in the x-axis we are plotting omega t. So we need to integrate it with respect to d omega t since our limits are all values of omega t. Vm is a constant, so take it outside the integral. We will be getting it as Vm by pi minus cos omega t because sin omega t's integral value is minus cos omega t, limits 0 to pi. Applying the limits, we will getting average value as 2 Vm by pi. Next, we need to find out the RMS value. So the RMS value of any alternating quantity that is given as Vrms is equal to root of 1 by t integral 0 to t v of t square dt. So in this case, RMS value can be calculated either for a half cycle or for a full cycle. Both the case, the value will remain the same. So here I am calculating the RMS value for a full cycle. So here the value of t will be 2 pi, that is root of 1 by 2 pi integral 0 to 2 pi Vm sin omega t the whole square d omega t. So that is 1 by 2 pi integral 0 to 2 pi Vm square sin square omega t. Vm square is a constant, we can take it outside the integral. Then sin square omega t. We cannot integrate sin square omega t as such. So we need to substitute for sin square omega t. So here I am substituting sin square omega t as 1 minus cos to omega t by 2. So integral of 1 minus cos 2 omega t by 2 is integral of 1 is omega t, and that of cos 2 omega t is sin 2 omega t. So substituting and applying the limits, we will be getting it as Vrms is equal to Vm by root 2. That is maximum value by root 2. So for a pure sine wave, average value is 2 Vm by pi, whereas RMS value is Vm by root 2. Now we need to find the form factor and peak factor. Form factor is equal to RMS value by average value. Substituting, we will be getting it as 1.11. Here we can say that the form factor does not depend upon the magnitude of your sine wave. It is always a constant which is equal to pi by 2 root 2. That is 1.11. Similarly, peak factor is maximum value by RMS value. Substituting, we will be getting it as Vm by RMS value is Vm by root 2, that is equal to root 2, which is 1.411. That is, the form factor and peak factor does not depend upon the peak value or the magnitude of the sine wave. It is always a constant. Next, read the second question. Here we are having a square wave and we need to calculate the RMS value, average value, form factor and peak factor. Here also we can see that the waveform is having half symmetry, right? The positive half cycle is symmetrical to the negative half cycle. So if you are taking a complete cycle, the average value will be 0. So we can calculate the average value for a half cycle. Substituting in the equation, average value, since here the waveform is f of t, I am writing the average value as f average equal to 1 by t integral 0 to t f of t dt. So since I am calculating it only for half cycle, value of t will be t by 2, and f of t, that is the value of function during the interval 0 to t by 2, that is a. So we will be getting it as 1 by t by 2 integral 0 to t by 2. In that interval, f of t value, that is a dt. A is a constant, taking it outside, and integral of dt, that is t. We will be getting f average as 2a by t into t limits 0 to t by 2. Applying the limits, we will be getting average value as a. Similarly, finding the RMS value. RMS value is f RMS is equal to root of 1 by t integral 0 to t f of t square dt. RMS value can be calculated for full cycle or half cycle. So here I am calculating the RMS value for a complete cycle, that is 1 by t integral. Here we have to keep in mind the value of f of t. During 0 to t by 2, f of t is having a value plus a, but during t by 2 to plus t, it's having minus a value. So substituting accordingly and integrating, we will be getting it as root of a square by t into t limit 0 to t by 2 plus into t by 2 to limits t by 2 to capital T. We will be getting the RMS value as a. So here we can see that for a pure square wave, the average value and the RMS value are both same and is equal to the magnitude of that wave. So find form factor, that is RMS value by average value, that will be equal to a by a equal to 1, and the peak factor, that is maximum value by RMS value, that is also equal to a by a, it is equal to 1. Now consider the third question. In this we need to calculate the average value, RMS value, form factor and peak factor of a sawtooth waveform. First of all, what about the time period? So here we can see the time period is 2. Then either we have to find the average value or RMS value. We need the equation for the wave. So here we can see that in this interval 0 to 2, the value of voltage V of t, that is increasing linearly up to 50 volt. So this is actually a straight line. So we know that the general equation of a straight line, that is y equal to mx plus c, where y, in this case y is the value in the y-axis. So in y-axis I am having v of t. M is the slope of the line. Slope means opposite side by adjacent side, that is 50 by 2, and x is the value in x-axis. In the x-axis I am marking time t, and c, that is your y-intercept. Y-intercept is the value on the y-axis through which the line is passing. So here we can see that the line is passing through the origin, or the value on the y-axis is 0. So we get the equation of the voltage waveform V of t as 25t. Now next we can calculate the average value. So average value V average is equal to 1 by t integral 0 to t V of t dt. So substituting as t as 2, V of t as 25t, and integrating we get it as 25 by 2, since 25 is a constant. Then integral of t, that is equal to t square by 2, and applying the limits 0 to 2. We get the average value as 25 volt. So here if we are observing closely, we saw that the peak of the sawtooth wave, that is 50 volt, but we got the average value as 25 volt, which is half of the peak. That means for a sawtooth waveform, the average value is maximum value by 2. Now let's see how we can calculate the RMS value. So the RMS value of the waveform, that is given as root of 1 by t integral 0 to t V of t square dt. Substituting for time period as well as V of t, we will be getting it as 1 by 2 integral 0 to 2 25t the whole square dt. Then 25 square, that is a constant, taking it outside. Then integral of t square, that is t cube by 3. So integrating and applying the limit, we will be getting it as 25 square by 2 into 2 cubed by 3. Cancelling out the common terms, we will be getting RMS value as 50 by root 3. So we can say that RMS value 50, which is your maximum value, by root 3. So for a sawtooth waveform, RMS value can be written as maximum value by root 3. Similarly, find form factor and peak factor. Form factor is RMS value by average value. Substituting, we will be getting it as 2 by root 3. And peak factor, that is maximum value by RMS value, that is 50 by root 3, which is equal to root 3. Here also we can see that the form factor and peak factor will never depend upon the peak values of your given waveform. Next, take a look at the fourth question. Here we are having a triangular waveform. So first of all, we can say that the time period of this waveform is 2 pi. Then regarding the symmetry, here the positive half cycle, that is symmetrical to the negative half cycle, right? as well as if you are taking the positive half cycle alone. The region 0 to pi by 2, that is symmetric to pi by 2 to pi. So we can say that this waveform is having a quarter wave symmetry. This half cycles are symmetric, and also 0 to pi by 2 is symmetric to pi by 2 to pi. So there is a quarter wave symmetry. So it is enough to calculate the average value and RMS value for a quarter wave. That will be the same. We are calculating the RMS value for a complete cycle, as well as if we calculate the RMS value for a quarter cycle, we will be getting the same answer. So in this question, I am going to calculate the average value and RMS value for a quarter cycle only. That is only for the interval 0 to pi by 2. Now we need the equation for this waveform in the interval 0 to pi by 2. So in the interval 0 to pi by 2, we can see that it is a straight line. So substituting in the equation for straight line, that is y equal to mx plus c, we will be getting it as E of theta, that is a y-axis value, because in the x-axis our variable is theta, that is y-axis, it's a function of x-axis. So E of theta is equal to y equal to mx, value of m. M is the slope of the line, that is opposite side by adjacent side, that is em by pi by 2, into x, that is the value in the x-axis, that is we are having theta, plus c. C is your y-intercept. We can see that the line is passing through the origin, so 0. So we got the equation for the waveform as E of theta equal to 2 em by pi into theta. Then finding the average value, substituting in the equation, E average is equal to 1 by t integral 0 to t E of theta d theta. Why? Because x-axis we are having the theta value. So here we can see that during a quarter cycle, the theta value is varying from 0 to pi by 2. So substituting, we will be getting it as 1 by pi by 2 integral 0 to pi by 2 E of theta, that is 2 em by pi into theta d theta. 2 em by pi is a constant. We can take it outside. Integral of theta is theta square by 2. Substituting the limits, we will be getting the average value as em by 2. Same as that of a sawtooth value. So average value for a triangular waveform is maximum value by 2. Similarly, we can find the RMS value. So RMS value is equal to root of 1 by t integral 0 to t e theta square d theta. Here also we are calculating the RMS value only for a quarter cycle. So we will be getting it as 1 by pi by 2 integral 0 to pi by 2 e theta, that is 2 em by pi into theta whole square d theta. Taking the constants outside and integrating theta square. Integral of theta square is theta cube by 3, and substituting the limits 0 to pi by 2, we will be getting the RMS value as em by root 3. That is same as that of a sawtooth. So the RMS value for a triangular wave, that is maximum value by root 3. Next we can find the form factor, that is RMS value by average value, that is equal to Kf, which is equal to 2 by root 3. Then peak factor, that is equal to maximum value by RMS value, that is equal to em by root 3, that is Kp equal to root 3. So hope everyone is clear about the previous 4 problems. These are some of the tutorial questions. Please try to work it out. Thank you.